Good morning. You are now tuned into the pre-market PulseScan with yours truly, Dex, the Algo capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we put right in your hand each and every trading day. For those of you that missed last night's end of day report, you have no idea what you missed. Thursday nights are special here at PulseWave Trading because I give you the intraday price inflection points for Take Back Friday, telling you what you need to look for so that you can be forewarned. All right. We only do that on Thursday nights for Friday because Fridays are Take Back Fridays. We don't do that any other day of the week, just for Friday. So I give it to you Thursday nights. It's my little thing, my little way of saying, let me look out for you. All right. Okay, so we got a couple of things to talk about today, but unfortunately, I'm going to cut it short again today. Got a lot going on here in the background. My son's birthday, we're celebrating that, so we up out of here. So we're gonna handle that. I will reiterate some things I said yesterday. We're gonna do all of that. We're gonna get into all of that. I want to say, give a shout out to the trading room. I appreciate you guys hitting me up with the intel. All right, I need to break some news here in the on this live this morning, but I'm not gonna have time to go in. So it's gonna be up to you all to do a little bit of digging and see what you can find out. All right. It's in the same vein of what I told you last night. Some big things are going down behind the scenes, and they're keeping the American people ignorant. They don't want you guys to know what's going on. But I'm gonna spill it. Because that's what we do on this show. We don't run from nothing. We don't hide from nothing. We don't gloss over nothing. We go head in. All right. That's just how we do. No playing games. We keep it 100. So with that being said, let's dive in. Let's take care of some business first, and then we can chat. All right. And then that's gonna be it because I gotta go handle some business, and I know y'all do too. All right. So I ain't gonna keep you long today, but Lord willing, we're gonna have to make this up on Monday. We need to talk about some things. All right, so we're gonna get it. All right, so let's go ahead and look at these overnight markets and look at the overnight market news that you need to deal with this morning. All right, so the Dow is off 161 points right now. You're at 25,441. The Nasdaq 100 is off 15 points at 10,073 and a quarter. E-mini S&P 500 down 8 3/4 points at 3062 and a quarter. Russell down 9.2 points at 1400.6. We got the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index down $95 at 92.45, hovering around that 90, that 9,000 support. The overnight low is only 91.35. So again, respecting the 9,000 support zone. Nat gas off 2 cents at $1.51. Crude oil is off 17 cents at $38.55 a barrel. The long bond is up 9/32, trading at 178.16. That's 178 and 16/32. Gold is off 3.5 at $1,767.30 an ounce. You got silver off 5 cents at $17.99 an ounce. US dollar index is off 2 pips at 97.40. The euro is up 7 pips at 112.43. You got your pound sterling off 37 pips at 123.77. You got your Aussie is off a pip at 68.73. You got your Canadian dollar up 26 pips at 136.64. You got your euro yen off 2 pips at 120.18. Dollar yen down 14 pips at 107.04. And your Kiwi is up a pip at 64.31. Excuse me. Your soybeans are off 3.5 at 864 3/4. Corn is unchanged at 328 even, and wheat is off 3 points at 485 1/4. All right, so taking a look now into the overnight market news. Let's knock that out. Let's see, here we go. All right. Short sellers have raked in more than $1.2 billion on Wirecard this week after the company's dramatic share price plunge. Hedge funds have made more than $1 billion of profit in the past week as a result of betting against the scandal-ridden fintech firm Wirecard following a tumultuous week in which it filed for insolvency and its former CEO was arrested. I mean, they really believe that they could just funnel $2 billion into their own private accounts. A UCLA economist says it will take until nearly 2023 to restore the U.S. economy and will need all the king's horses and all the king's men to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. But you know the end of the story, they could not put Humpty Dumpty back together again. The U.S. economy faces a rough and gradual comeback from its massive pandemic-induced decline, according to UCLA's Anderson's latest economic outlook. The market is probably a little ahead of itself. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink warns investors are downplaying the pandemic threat. Investors are shrugging off a resurgence of coronavirus cases and underestimating the pandemic's financial fallout. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink said on Thursday, according to CNBC. Correct, because they're talking their book. Their book is on the short side of the market. They're heavily betting. Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo slump in pre-market trading after the Fed caps dividends and bans buybacks. Bank stocks dropped in pre-market trading on Friday after the Federal Reserve announced fresh restrictions on dividends and share buybacks on Thursday. U.S. lenders, businesses brace for disclosure on small business pandemic aid. Americans will soon get a full look at which businesses received $515 billion of taxpayer funds when the government, after initial resistance by President Trump, releases borrower data for one of its highest profile pandemic aid efforts. Pharma giant Sanofi is reportedly considering up to 1,680 job cuts in Europe. Sanofi is considering cutting up to 1,680 jobs in Europe, two sources familiar with the matter said on Friday, as the French drug maker outlined plans to reduce costs to staff representatives. Amazon has reportedly bought self-driving car startup Zoox for more than $1 billion. Amazon has reportedly bought self-driving taxi firm Zoox for more than $1 billion. Stocks are mostly up. Stocks in Europe and Asia are up, but some U.S. futures are down. Earnings coming in. China gets holdings. Fourth quarter 2020 earnings is due. Sorry, China gas. I'm sorry. U.S. economic release today. The U.S. Baker Hughes oil rig count is due, and the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index is due. The Baker Hughes oil rig count, there are people that really truly watch that one, but the true market mover is that Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. That has the potential to move markets powerfully. All right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. There it is. All right. So here it is. Last night at the end of day report, I explained that there were signs of tremendous algo shifts coming in all markets, not just futures, not just forex, not just crypto, but stocks also. All right. I revealed that last night. We talked about that last night. Now, with that being said, as you know, we are a global company, meaning that we have traders from around the world in the trading room with us. All right. I got people hitting me up, feeding me intel in various ways, and I give it out to you guys. That's what we do in the pre-market PulseScan. I warned everyone last night to take precautions. All right. And specifically, I was talking to our subscribers. I said that you need to, every day, starting today, all right, meaning based off of last night's reports, but especially going forward. All right. So for those of you who are new or you haven't signed up yet, Sunday's report will be out Sunday afternoon, and that report is for trading Sunday night and Monday morning. Okay. I explained that you need to pay heavy attention to the weeklies, regardless of your trading methodology with the reports. You need to always have the weeklies in check, meaning you need to put on a weekly long and a weekly short. I don't care how crazy the metrics look. I don't care what the prices look like or what the market is doing. Trust me, you will thank me later. I believe we're going to see an avalanche coming in these markets, not just the financial markets. I think it's going to hit the commodities markets and every market you can think of. I do not know what the catalyst is going to be, and I do not have a date. I am telling you what I am seeing in the algos. The last time I got this type of an algo readout was back during 2013 when I warned that the daddy of all bull markets was going to come and that it would dwarf the bull market of the 90s. I was correct. Now I'm getting the same signals, and it's looking like an enormous move, ripple effect, tsunami effect in the markets is about to happen. I do not know if some markets will be caused to rally on it and some will be caused to collapse on it. I have no idea. That's why I'm telling you to watch the report. You know, the PulseWave daily reports give you information about longs and shorts in the market, where the biases are, where certain price points are, and it gives it to you in advance of the market moves. All right. You have a choice of 3 separate triggers in each report. You got loaded analysis, you got daily normal analysis, and then you got the weekly analysis. So you got 3 different analytics that are being presented to you on a daily basis. All you got to do is follow the directions on there and don't worry about it. Sometimes you got to place tickets, walk away, and forget about it. Trust me, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, what in the world is happening? Is World War III going on or what? And you're going to look at your account and you're going to faint because you're going to be like, I'm rich. All right. Just listen to your man. I'm telling y'all what to do. This is my last time talking about that. I've already given you your marching orders and your instructions. You'll thank me later. That's the good news for those who trade these markets. You have a game plan with the pulse waves to help put you on the right side of the market. All right, for everybody else, it has come to my attention a few things. I do not have time to get into all of it today, but someone sent me this, saying that they just got word from a financial agent in Canada that July the 2nd through July the 9th, they are to prepare for a financial blackout and that they were forced to sign confidentiality forms. Now, I am not from Canada. I do not live in Canada. Therefore, I do not know what this means and what the ramifications of this are. I just know that being told that July the 2nd through the 9th, that they're to prepare for a financial blackout, and then they're going to make you sign confidentiality forms, that don't set too well with me. So the question you have to ask, since this is a global market now, a global economy, or we're about to really see the true form of this one world government. Remember, no one acts in a vacuum. Everyone is connected. If Canada is doing this at a certain time period, what about US, China, France, Germany? What about the UK? What about everybody else? Is this a global situation that is about to occur? Is something about to be forced on us? Are they about to emerge this new world order? Are we about to be hit and not know what's coming, not see it coming? We about to wake up one morning and they say, okay, everything is digitized now? What is about to happen? Is some type of martial law event about to happen? Are they about to do another global shutdown? Now, before you start shaking your head on this one, remember, keep in mind, we've already seen one exercise where they demonstrated to us, they flexed on us without many of us even thinking twice about it. They flexed the one world government on us when they did the global shutdowns. Every country was in agreement and they all started doing the same thing, acting in the same way. That's a one world government. Never before in history have we seen all the governments of the world, the G8, the G20, agree on everything at the same time and in the same way. What do we start seeing? Social distancing. We got signs and stuff everywhere. They even painted some of the streets with green. We got all this new stuff up and all these barriers, these barricades, and just weirdness, like overnight. Now, you know that was not spontaneous. You know that took planning. Everything that we're seeing going forward has been months, if not years, of planning by the G8 and the G20 and the secret meetings of the Bilderberg Group and all these other secret groups and secret meetings. All right. They were preparing for something for a minute. All right. So take this information as you will and do with it as you will, but you cannot say that no one told you nothing. You wish there was someone somewhere on social media letting you know what time it is. Again, I've always told y'all the punch that hurts the worst is the one you don't see coming. All right. So please prepare, do what you need to do. Understand that whatever happens is going to have a nasty effect on these markets. This is the greatest time to trade ever, ever. If nothing happens, so be it. If the Fed is going to say, well, hey, we're going to pump another $400 trillion into the stock market, great. Buy everything you can think of because it's only going to the moon. All right. We're going to ride this until the wheels fall off. We don't care what side of the market the play is going to be on. If it's the downside, we're shorted to death. If it's on the long side, then we'll back up the truck. We do not care what direction the thing goes in, as long as we're on the right side of that market. All right. So there it is, and here's the opening bell. So I normally, as you know, do not initiate new positions on a Friday, with very few exceptions. All right. If you're going to do something, you got to make sure it's something that won't come to bite you. Now, it doesn't matter. I know, like, for instance, I would make exceptions if I'm going to operate in futures or forex or crypto, because worst case scenario, if something jumps off on the weekend when the markets reopen Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time, I could easily go in there and do what I need to do, even if there's a vicious gap up or gap down against me. And with crypto, you can even do something even before that because it never closes. But with equities, you have to wait until 9:30 Monday morning before you can act and do anything. And chances are, if it's carnage, you're not going to be able to do much except for to suffer and hope that you are able to trim some losses some kind of way. So that's why if I do anything on a Friday, if there's an exception, it will be futures or forex, because at least, or crypto, but I don't trade crypto actively right now. But forex and futures, yeah, I would do that for that purpose. However, because and in light of what I just told you guys, I'm not saying you have to do what I do, but I'm not putting on any positions. I am staying flat from this day going forward. I am staying flat going into the weekend. The only exception I will make from this day going forward, and if that changes, I'll let you know. But the only exception I will make from this day going forward, if I'm going to initiate a position on a Friday, it will be in the options market. It'll be some equity options, because at least with the equity options, the initial layout is a lot less, and at least I can manage it a little better. It'll be like an insurance policy. So if something ignorant jumps off on the weekend and come Monday morning, let's say a particular market is going up to the moon and I bought some calls, I'm setting good. Or if I bought some puts and the market's down heavy, I'm good. But if I buy calls or puts and the market is moving heavy in the opposite direction, I'll lose a little bit, but I'm not going to get my face punched off. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to do anything, that's the way I would recommend you doing it in the options market on equities. I wouldn't suggest it on forex or futures, even though they open on Sunday. Reason being, if it's something truly ignorant, those markets could gap up way against you or gap down way against you, blow right past your stops, and you'll be looking real dumb. Okay. That's why I don't recommend it. Crypto is the only exception. I will say I will put the crypto market up there with trading stock options, only because you can manage your positions anytime you want, because the market never closes. If something jumps off on a Saturday, you can be up in there saying, "Whoa, I'm loving life." You don't have to wait till Sunday. You can do something about it as soon as it happens. So crypto is the only exception, and stock options. Other than that, I am telling everyone you don't want to be playing around or being exposed over the weekend, because we are now truly in uncertain times. I do not take lightly any kind of information on that level when it's given to me. Even if nothing happens, so be it. But I'm just not going to put myself in a position to lose. That's just not what we in this game for. We're in this game to make money. Fridays are typically not that big or moving. It could be because it's Take Back Friday. Anything goes on a Friday. Basically, people are taking profit, moving money around. So it's up to you what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I do. All right. This is what I do for myself and what I do for any clients that I have. All right. So other than that, man, it is what it is. Okay. So I will holler at you guys on Monday morning for pre-market PulseScan. Everyone else, I'll see you in the trading room. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And look out, because these algo shifts are happening right now. So Sunday's reports will be reflecting that. I just want to give y'all the FYI on that, okay? So that being said, I know you probably noticed a little bit of shifts changes on last night's report. but you're probably going to see bigger changes on Sunday's report. So get ready. All right. Enjoy yourself. Push back. Chill out the weekend. De-stress and be ready for combat come Sunday night and Monday. All right. And I'm out. PulseWaveTrading.com. You know what it is. Peace.